kids, it's time for another edition of Kim's Collectibles, and today we're talking about the item in the Point Studio that's from my personal collection that drives Ken Johnson insane. And the reason it drives him insane is because he's a huge Jethro Tull fan, and I won't let him have it. I'm not as big of a fan, but I love this piece. It's the gold record from 1971's Aqualung album, and it's actually signed by Ian Anderson, who, by the way, is the lead singer of the band. I love it when people call and ask me to play Jethro Tull and say I just love him. Jethro Tull was actually an English agriculturalist that lived from the mid-1600s to the early 1700s, and Ian Anderson just named the band after him because Ian Anderson is really a farmer at heart. As a matter of fact, he raises fish, and he's made a ton of money since Jethro Tull has declined. He's made a ton of money farming fish in England. Not quite sure you knew that. Still out on tour though, has a new band and he's still out on tour. Aqualung was the most successful album for Jethro Tull. It sold 7 million copies worldwide. Absolutely amazing. And they only released one hit single. It was Hymn 43. That was the only official single, even though radio plays Cross-Eyed Mary, Locomotive Breath, and of course the title track incessantly. Aqualung is probably the most requested song that we have. This also came out on Chrysalis Records and Reprise Records, which I just found out the other day. I'd forgotten Reprise was started by Frank Sinatra. Frank would not have any rock acts on his label for years. Like the first 5 years Reprise was in business, and then they decided, we're not going to make it if you don't embrace rock acts. So Jethro Tull was one of the first to get on the Reprise label. So this is the Aqualung album. It went gold in 1971. It hangs in the Point Studio, and every day it drives Ken Johnson nuts. And that's the reason I love it. Oh, by the way, next time we talk, well, maybe we'll talk about the pig in the corner. He's got a story at some point. Talk to you on the radio.